all are you good? Today let us start SST chapter number 8 18th century political formations, यानी कि 18वीं शताब्दी का जो है राजनीतिक जो फॉर्मेशन है उसके बाद द लेटर मुगल्स, यानी कि मुगलों के बाद का जो समय उसके बारे में. ड्यूरिंग द लास्ट फेज ऑफ औरंगजेब रीगन द ग्रैंड स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द मुगल एम्पायर बिगिन टू कोलैप्स. ठीक है, औरंगजेब जो है ये लास्ट फेज जो था औरंगजेब का जो लास्ट समय था उसके बाद जो शुरू हुआ इनमें आपस में कोलैप्स मतलब मतभेद. Many autonomous independent states begin to emerge in the 18th century. The Mughal rulers who occupied the throne after Aurangzeb are called the later Mughals. They were weak rulers under whom the noble exercised real power. Aurangzeb's death resulted in a war of succession among his sons. Finally, Bahadur Shah I came to the throne in 1707. Bahadur Shah I tried to reverse his father's reactionary policies. He tried to pacify the Rajputs, order the release of Sahu, the grandson of Chhatrapati Shivaji, abolish the jizya. However, he had to act against the Sikhs who were fighting under Banda Bahadur. This led to a prolonged struggle between the Sikhs and the Mughals. Bahadur Shah I was succeeded by a weak and incompetent ruler, ठीक है, Jahadar Shah in 1712. During his tenure, the Sayyid brothers, Sayyid Hussain Ali and Sayyid Abdullah, assumed the role of kingmakers. They replaced him with Farrukhsiyar, his nephew, and later killed Jahadar Shah. So, however, Muhammad Shah, who ascended the throne after Farrukhsiyar, got rid of the two brothers, but many provinces broke away from the Mughal Empire during his reign. Nadir Shah, the ruler of Persia, invaded the country in 1739 when Muhammad Shah was on the throne. Nadir Shah looted and massacred Delhi. He acquired a huge quantity of booty, including the peacock throne. The attack was so powerful and devastating that it shattered the stability of the Mughal Empire. Muhammad Shah was succeeded by other weak ruler. The last Mughal emperor was Bahadur Shah Zafar. तो जो आखिरी था ना मुगल शासक कौन था? बहादुर शाह जफर. कब से लेके 1837 से लेके 1857 तक. राइज ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट किंगडम्स, स्वतंत्र स्वराज्य का उदय. द लेटर मुगल्स कुड नॉट कंट्रोल द प्रॉस्पेरस रीजन दैट वर फर्दर अवे फ्रॉम द सेंटर. The governors of these regions wanted to be independent, and when the opportunity came, many of them usurped power and set up new states. These new states are known as the succession states. Bengali, Awadh, Hyderabad and Mysore were some of these states. Number 1, Bengal. The Mughal governor Murshid Quli Khan 1717 यानी कि 1717 से लेके 1727, who was appointed governor of Bengal by Farrukhsiyar in 1770, declared his independence. He shifted his capital from Dhaka to Murshidabad. He was succeeded by Shujauddin Khan and Alivardi Khan. These rulers, अब इनके जो हैं यहाँ पे recognized the administrative structure, encouraged the growth of agriculture, trade and history, gave loans to poor cultivators, collective revenue regularly, removed corrupt and inefficient जागीरदार. तो ये सब चीज़ें इन पे काम करना शुरू किया इन लोगों ने. Concluded peace agreements with the Marathas to keep them away from Bengal. ठीक है, शांति का प्रस्ताव रखा क्या कि मराठास टू कीप देम अवे फ्रॉम बंगाल से जो है उन्हें दूर रहना है मराठाओं को. नेक्स्ट वन इज अवध. बुरहानुल मुल्क सादत खान was made the governor of Awadh in 1722 by the Mughal emperor मोहम्मद शाह. ठीक है ना, तो मोहम्मद शाह ने गवर्नर किसको बनाया? बुरहान उल मुल्क सादत खान को 1722 में, कहाँ पे, अवध में, ठीक है। He was rewarded for helping the emperor to overthrow the Sayyid brothers. He rose to power and fame, but when called on by the ruler to negotiate with the Nadir Shah to prevent the massacre of the people of Delhi, he betrayed his own master. उसको उसके मास्टर के थ्रू हराया गया। After his death, his son-in-law Safdarjung succeeded him. His authority extended up to Rohilkhand, Lucknow. The capital was a center of art and culture. The rulers of Awadh took the following steps in the state to add to their prosperity. They suppressed lawlessness, improved the financial resources of the state, appointed both Hindus and Muslims to important offices, established peace and justice, organized a powerful army. Nizamul Mulk. Asaf Jahan I, 1671-1748, was the founder of Hyderabad state. Earlier, he was a noble of the Mughal Empire and served as the government of the Deccan. Later, he became the Wazir of the Mughal Empire. Asaf Jahan took advantage of the disturbances in the Deccan. He gathered power in his hands, established his control, and became the actual ruler of that region in 1724 CE. The state of Hyderabad was constantly at war against the Marathas to the west and with independent Telugu warrior chiefs of the plateau. Asaf Jahan's successors were called the Nizams of Hyderabad, but in 1798 CE, the Nizam of Hyderabad came under the control of the British. Now, next one, the Rajputs. The Rajput kingdom of Amber and Jodhpur had enjoyed great relation with the Mughal emperor since the time of Akbar and had considerable autonomy in Watan Jagirs. The royal families of Rajput also claimed subedari of several rich provinces like Gujarat and Malwa. In 1722 CE, Savai Raja Jai Singh was given the subedari of Malwa. He founded the new capital at Jaipur, the Pink City. Raja Ajit Singh of Jodhpur held the governorship of Gujarat. These offices were renewed by Emperor Jahandar Shah in 1713 CE. With the decline of the Mughal Empire, the Rajputs tried to expand their territories. तो राजपूत जो है अपना जो क्षेत्र है उसको बढ़ाना चाह रहे थे by seizing portion of Mughal royal territories. The power of Rajput declined because of constant infighting and disunity. The Marathas rise to power and gave a final blow to the Rajput. अब जो मंगोल्स थे, जो मुगल थे, है ना, जो ब्रिटिश सरकार थी, वो क्यों हम पे इतना हक जताया उन्होंने आगे? क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ के जो किंग थे, जो राजा थे, जो यहाँ के शासक थे ना, उनमें यूनिटी नहीं थी और कुछ लोग उनके उसमें आ गए, इन्फ्लुएंस में, कुछ लालच में आ गए, इसलिए तो इतने साल वो यहाँ पे राज करके गए, मुगल और वो अंग्रेज. The Sikhs of Punjab rose to power during the 17th century. They became an organized political community under the efficient leadership of Guru Gobind Singh and Banda Bahadur. They organized themselves into different bands known as Jathas or Misls. The Sikh military forces were known as Dal Khalsa, the Grand Army. This army used to meet at Amritsar at the time of Baisakhi and Diwali to take decisions known as resolutions of the Guru or Guru Matas. They introduced the system of Raksha Bandhan, which means a commitment to protect. In this system, the leaders offered protection to cultivators on the payment of tax of 20% of the total produce. In 1765 CE, Khalsa declared their sovereign rule and struck their own coins. In 18th century, the Sikh territories extended from Indus to Jammu, but they were under the control of different rulers. Maharaja Ranjit Singh of the Suket Chakya Misl brought the whole area west of the river Satluj under his control. He established his capital at Lahore in 1799 CE. The Jats. Churaman was a strong Jat leader. ठीक है ना, एक जाट का महान नेता था कौन? चूड़ामन. Under him, Jats gained control over a vast area extended from Agra to vicinity of Delhi. उन्होंने जो है बहुत बड़ा एरिया कवर किया हुआ था, including Hathras, Aligarh, Rewari and Gurugram also. So the Jat consolidated their power during the late 17th and 18th centuries. Towns like Panipat and Ballabgarh became important trading centers in the areas dominated by them. Jats took interest in architecture and built the Bharatpur fort that showed a traditional style of architecture. भरतपुर में किला है. The Marathas. Chhatrapati Shivaji. The Maratha were chieftains who gained power in the 17th century. They formed a regional kingdom and were enemies of the Mughals. Shivaji was a brilliant soldier. He is known in history for introducing the art of guerrilla warfare. He gave stability to his region with the support of powerful warrior families, Deshmukhs. He also constantly challenged the power of Mughals in the peninsula. After Shivaji's death, a family of Chitepavan Brahmanas became the powerful guides of Shivaji's successor and were called Peshwa or principal minister. Pune became the capital of the Maratha kingdom. Marathas had a well-organized army under the Peshwas. The Maratha Empire extended between 720 to 1761 CE. Malwa in Gujarat was seized from the Mughals in 1720 CE. By the 1730s, the supremacy of the Maratha kings and overlordship was given due recognition in the entire Deccan Peninsula. In 1753, the Marathas captured Delhi. In 1758 CE, they seized Punjab from Abdali. By 1761 CE, Maratha flag flew over the fort of Attock. But in the same year, a fierce battle was fought between Ahmad Shah, Abod Ali and the Marathas, in which Abdali came out victorious. This battle is known as the Third Battle of Panipat. Administration under the Marathas. The Marathas developed an effective administrative system even with constant military campaigns. The Maratha introduced revenue demands once their rule was secure. They encouraged agriculture and received trade that gave resources to raise powerful armies. Land revenue also became a major source of income for the Marathas. The territories that were under the direct control of the Marathas gave 2/5 of the total land produced. However, the territories that were under the control of Mughals or other rules had to pay Chaut and Sardeshmukhi to them. Chaut was 25% of the land revenue and Sardeshmukhi was an additional IV of 10% of revenue. So these are all our topics are covered here. I hope you all are very well understand and enjoyed also. We will meet you in our next class. Thank you.